What's up, everybody? Today is day 1 of Keto Lean, my 12-week ketogenic cutting program. What we're going to be going through the next 12 weeks, I'm going to be giving y'all a lot of information, from workouts to nutrition to diet tips and anything in between. Today is day 1, and what I'm going to go throughout the next 12 weeks is, workout-wise, is I'm going to be doing pull, push, legs, and then repeat, pull, push. The reason I don't do legs twice a week, like some people might do in a regular push-pull legs split, is because my legs grow very easily, and I want to stay proportionate. And I go very heavy on my leg days, so I need to give them rest. And because of my job, hashtag Little Caesars, and for those who don't know, I'm a general manager of a Little Caesars here in my hometown in North Carolina. So let's just say the discipline it takes to stay on a ketogenic diet is very hard. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give y'all the best tips and tools to succeed on your ketogenic journey. But back to the point is, and I want to stay proportionate, so that is why I choose to only work out 5 days a week and only have one leg day in that. Abs, I'll work as I feel needed, and I'll show you those as well. So day 1 is a pull day. So I'm going to be covering my back, my rear delts, some of my side delts, and my biceps. I've already got my pre-workout going, and I love Ghost pre-workout. I'm not sponsored by them, but if you're watching Ghost, come and sponsor a boy. But something new I've been trying out, and I just got it this week, is Pure Collagen by, and I'm sorry for the glare, by Genesis Today. It's the first time I'm trying a collagen supplement, but I have some joint issues because of how heavy I used to be when I was younger, on top of working out, on top of my job. So I'm trying it out, and I'll let y'all know for future what good it does for me. And what it is for joint health, and also is good for your skin and things like that. But I'm primarily using it for my joint health. So I'll let you know better on that later on. But so over the next 12 weeks, I'm going to be tracking and showing y'all my journey. That way y'all can come to these videos for motivation. Y'all can come for the tools and the tips that I give you. As far as nutrition goes, I'm roughly going to be taking in about 2,400 calories, and I'll give y'all some calculators down below on how to get your calorie count. And my nutrition falls to about 70% fat, about 5% or lower on carbs, and about 25% protein. I don't want to go too low on protein because I do have a good amount of muscle mass, and even though ketogenic diets are muscle sparing, I still want to give a little extra protein for preserving my muscle. With that said, I'll give you more resources throughout the weeks coming forth. But right now, let's go forth and hit this workout.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no.
So I'm ending up going to do a voiceover for this actual workout because the music was so loud, because it's being the new year and new members. But I wanted to show y'all what my back workout is for this week. So I actually start out every workout with some form of body weight movement. In this case, I'm doing pull-ups. The way I do my pull-ups is I usually do 3 different grips for the 3 sets that I do. For the very first set, I usually do wide grip. And I do this for as many reps as possible. I'm still getting used to doing pull-ups, so it's not very many. But I have improved from not being able to do any to about 3. So everyone has to have a starting point. Always remember that. My next grip is usually going to be more of a shoulder width grip. It's still going to be with your palms facing away from you. and again, I just do as many reps as possible with body weight. Now, once you get past the stage of being able to do like 8 to 10 body weight, then you can start adding weight to it, but again, I'm not to that point yet. And then finally, I usually do my third set with a neutral grip, which is palms facing each other. Alright, so the next movement we're going to cover is the lat pull down. In this case, I do individually armed, that way it gets more of an actual mind-muscle connection. And what you have to do is you need to really focus on your elbow going down and back. Only then will you actually feel the muscle contraction in the lower lat, which is what this movement is actually targeting, is the lower lat. What this is meant to do is give you more of a width look. The wider your lats, the wider you're actually going to look overall, proportionate-wise. So next off is going to be an underhanded row. And again, just like all lat workouts, you need to be focused on your elbow direction. And you want to go straight back and like dragging your elbows across the floor. Alright, so this one is actually one of my favorite back exercises, and I actually learned this one from Steve Cook, and he actually calls it the Batwing Row. And what you do is you lay on a bench, chest down, and you actually row with, like you're trying to put your elbows behind you. And as you can see, it causes you to come off the bench a little bit. This focuses a lot on the actual middle back and gives you a little bit of thickness. One of the cool things about this exercise is you can either keep your elbows close to your side to give it more of a lower lat exercise, or you can go wide and really focus on the upper back and your trap areas. Either way, it's still going to give you that thickness in your back. So what we have here is a rear delt fly, and something you really need to make sure you're doing is relaxing at the bottom of the movement and only go into a contraction that actually is in the rear delt, because this is a movement where your traps will easily try to take over. So don't go too far back, that way you can keep your delt engaged. So next up is actually a side delt lateral raise. And as you notice, I keep my shoulders back and down. That way it engages less of the actual traps. And what I do is I keep the actual front plate parallel to the wall in front of me. That way it causes the thumb to be higher than the pinky. This way we get more of a focus on the actual delt itself. So what we have here is plate held trap exercise. I lean forward a little bit and go up and back. This way it gives your traps a little bit more of a 3D look. This is solely a upper trap isolation move, and when you get that going, it gives your back a really good 3D look. Alright, so now we're finally going to our biceps, and what this is an incline bench hammer curl. And what it does by doing the hammer curl is it puts a little bit more stress on the long head of the bicep, as well as the brachialis, which is a muscle that connects the top arm to the forearm. And with this, it'll give your outer bicep more of a popping effect. It will look a little bit bigger than it actually does, and this creates the illusion of larger biceps. And so here are our final movement of the exercise, and it's just standard bicep curls done on a straight bar for the cable. And what this does is it gives you overall bicep size. It hits some of the outer bicep and the inner bicep, and just is one of those classic movements that you can't leave out of any bicep exercise regimen, and so you just can't. And so here I just want to introduce you to my starting point. Everyone has one, as I stated earlier, and you should never be ashamed of that starting point. This is where I start off at the beginning of this, and hopefully by the end of this 12-week program, I'll be leaner than I ever have been in my life. I used to be 300 pounds, and I stand before you in this shot roughly 232 pounds. So I've still lost weight already, and as you can see, I still have decent muscle mass as a basis. But always remember, you have a starting point. It's not your end point, but to get successful at your goal, you have to be dedicated, disciplined, and consistent in all the things you do. Only then will you actually succeed with the goals you set aside for yourself. Hey everyone, so we're back home, and I have a couple things to go over with you. First and foremost, I want to just make the thought known that there's no excuses when it comes to your health. There's no excuses why you can't get to the gym. There's no excuses why you can't follow nutrition. And there's no excuses why you can't get the proper rest. I run a business. I work 48 plus hours a week on top of multiple ministries I'm having to help run at my church, on top of going to the gym and running this YouTube channel. There's no excuse. Make your health a priority, because it's when you make a priority that it starts becoming real to you. You'll start seeing the results you're looking for. I just recently released a video on setting goals, and until you actually set a smart goal, and I'll link the actual video in the card above, go and watch it after this so you can figure out how to set yourself up for a smart goal, and so you can achieve what you're trying to succeed at this year. Whatever it might be, whether it be your business, whether it be your health, whether it be your relationships with people. Whatever it may be, you have to have a goal. So check that video out, and then just realize you have no excuse. You're accountable only to yourself, and you're the only one who's in control of what you do. Yeah, there's things in life that happen that may detour you some, but it's your responsibility to bounce back from that event and get back towards achieving your goals. The reason I created this journey series is to show you that there's no excuses, that anyone can achieve the health that they're trying to get as long as they stick to the program that they choose. Mine just happens to be a ketogenic one because that is what I enjoy doing. Another reason I chose to do this series is because there's not a lot of resources that prove how to lose weight from a very overweight stage. And that's one of the reasons why I choose the ketogenic diet, aside from the other benefits it gives, is because people who are severely overweight, this is, in my opinion, the best nutrition guide they can follow to get to a more healthy weight faster, so they can avoid the health issues that they have or prevent the ones they could have. So this series is intended to show people who are severely overweight and obese, like I used to be, how to reach your goals and give you the resources that you need for that. Now, I'm not saying that the ones that are on YouTube are uncredible, but a lot of them were never in the shoes me and maybe you who's watching this have been in. 100 pounds overweight, 200 pounds, 300 plus pounds overweight. Most of them have been in shape most of their lives. Now again, like I said, there's some people that are credible and who have been in that place. But there's not enough of us out there giving out these proper tools and giving you the journey along the way, who's going to show you the ups and downs of losing weight and getting healthy. Because it's not an easy thing to do. It takes dedication, discipline, and consistency to actually achieve that goal. Because if anyone could do it, if it was that easy, you'd have a lot more healthy people in this world. But like most people say, the things that are worth having are worth fighting for. And that fight comes from discipline and consistency, and just saying there's no excuse why I can't make it to the gym, why I can't follow my nutrition. So, starting from today, I want you to hashtag no excuse. If you like this, keep following my journey. And I will give you the tips and tools you need to achieve your fitness and health goals. One of the things I'm a big advocate for is you don't necessarily have to have a six-pack to be healthy. Some people don't dream of having that. Is it a goal of mine? Yes. But that's not everyone's goal. But everyone's goal, to some extent, should be your health. And how one of the key aspects of being healthy is viewing yourself in a positive way. God made you for a reason. And it's through His eyes and His teaching you can see that He loves you no matter how you look, what shape you're in. But we're also called to take care of what He gave us. We only have one body in this life, and He gave it to us to be a good steward of it. Yes, He loves us, and He's going to love us no matter what. But we also need to be a good steward to what He gave us. So let's go forth through this 12 weeks with the mindset of no excuse and to glorify God through taking care of the biggest thing He ever gave us outside of salvation, which is our body. That way we can properly serve Him in the future. So, go forth and let's go through this journey together. If you liked what you see, just keep coming back. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you can keep getting notifications of the information I'm giving you for this journey. Day 2, everybody, of the 12-week Keto Lean. I want to go ahead and apologize for the lighting. I'm just now getting off work. It's now a little after 7 here. And I've been at work since before 10 o'clock this morning. So there's no excuses. Get to the gym. Get the workouts in. Follow the nutrition. I work in a pizza place and I can still follow the ketogenic nutrition lifestyle. So there's no excuses. I got my pre-workout ready and I'm about to head to the gym because today is the first push day of the program. What that is going to include is chest, some posterior delt, and some triceps. So let's go get this in. What's up, everybody? I just realized that I forgot to tell y'all where I'm starting out weight-wise, so y'all can actually follow along and see the actual progress as far as my weight and my body fat percentage. This is the second day, and on day 1, I actually weighed myself, and I was, if I remember right, 232 pounds, 232 and a half pounds, excuse me. And then I actually weighed myself this morning, and I was 231 and a half pounds. So I know some of that's still water weight from being on a ketogenic diet and losing some of the water mass, but I actually am able to get that result so fast already because I actually started prepping for this series and this 12 weeks a week ahead of time. So when I started yesterday on our journey, I was actually already in ketosis. So that's actually how I'm already able to achieve what I need to achieve so far. I'm going to try better along the way to give you more updates on my weight. But with my busy schedule, sometimes that's not going to happen. I apologize. But I'm going to do my best as far as that goes. I also started, because my scale actually will give me a rough estimate on body fat percentage and other measurements. But the biggest two being my weight and my body fat percentage. I started out at about 21%. And this morning I was about 20.7%. And my actual goal by the end of this 12 weeks is to be closer to 12%. As close to be. If I get 14 or 13, I'll be happy. But my ultimate goal is 12. And then from there, I'll have another goal after the 12 weeks to get a little bit leaner. But always set goals. If you don't have a goal and a process to reach that goal, you won't achieve anything. So, like I said earlier, I have a video that you can check out on how to set up SMART goals. Because unless you set up a SMART goal, you're setting yourself up for failure. And I'll actually link that below for you to watch after you've finished viewing this. But always remember, there's no excuse for not getting to the gym, not following your nutrition, and not achieving your goal if you are consistent and dedicated to getting that goal. There's nothing in your life that can prevent you from that aside from health issues. And even then, you can somehow find a way to become healthier. whether it be small goals or larger bounds. There's no excuse.